And defensively, I agree 100% with what Joe was saying. You know, they missed some plays here and there, but for the most part, look, we got one big part of the defense that's bad. That's linebacker. Safeties, Gervin Hall's terrible, but we already knew this. Bubba's okay. He's not as good as people hyped him up to be. Corners, I think Tyreek he's been good, to be honest with you. I just think, why are you playing 10 yards off each time? Why are you giving this weak-ass zone? We don't have corners to play zone because they get ate up in zone. Safeties can't do nothing. Linebackers are in the wrong position. You saw, I knew they were going to score a touchdown on that fourth down based upon the alignment. It was so easy. Just run to the other side. You put all the people on one side. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be a touchdown, man. Yeah. All the easy catches they had today, broken coverage. Bubba and Gervin on that last drive that they scored on, they don't know what they're doing. They got the head on a swivel. They're looking at each other. Oh, you did this, I did this. No, you both are in the wrong position. What are you doing?
I got a question for Joe about this secondary. We brought in T-Rob, right? We were supposed to be updating our secondary, bringing it into the new era. Have you seen anything yet, or are you just seeing T-Rob running Manny's secondary?
Some busted plays, busted coverages. Some really, you know what's been kind of disappointing, some lack of effort plays, man. Like earlier today, there was a busted coverage and the safeties were just jogging back. You know, the coverage where they faked it and threw it to the tight end and he just fell. He should have scored.
Yep.
You know, the safeties were jogging. The corner play has been okay to me. Safety play is a little shaky. I don't know what's going on there, honestly. I mean, I can't see. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's. I think it's like. Is I don't think he's not. I don't think he's less talented. I don't know what's going on there, man. But the corner play is good to me. You know, the corner play has been real good. I don't know. Do we know if T-Rob is coaching safeties as well, or just corners?
I mean, he's the defensive backs coach. He coaches both of them.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. The corner play has been good, man. The safeties is just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's confusion. I don't know if the terminology's changed. I don't know what's going on, but the safety play is looking real shaky to me.
I mean, and it's disappointing considering the level of talent we got there. Bubba Bolden, he hasn't looked the same since that Clemson game last year. To be honest with you, Gervin Hall, I'm going to be honest. His first year as a starter, 2019, I thought he was good. I thought he had a good year. Ever since then, last year he was a disaster. This year he's even worse. How does this keep happening? Where players, when their first year that they start, they look good and they continually get worse and worse and worse. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. And you know what it is? It's coaching. I hate to say it, but it is. And it's been a problem ever since Manny's been a head coach, man. It's a shame because there's a lot of talent we got back there, man. Yeah. And I'm going to be straight. Gervin Hall need to be sent to Siberia. He got to be sent somewhere. But he don't got to be here no more. Forget about it, man. I'm done with it, bro. Play James, play Cam, play anybody except for Gervin Hall, bro. And Bubba, look, you might need to come back because the way you playing, I don't even know if you're going to get drafted second, third round. You playing like maybe like a fourth, fifth round guy, and that's just based on your measurables and your potential. But production-wise, man, he looking real sus too, man. I agree with what Joe was saying, though. Look, corners have looked better. Ivy is Ivy. We already know. Look, I don't want to get into Ivy. I could go in a whole soliloquy talking about him. I don't want to do it. Look, Tyreek looks good. He'll look better if we actually play man-to-man and let him get into a receiver's face. To Corey, one thing we got to get better with, to Corey, he struggles against bigger, receivers. I saw today when I think it was the number 2 receiver for App State. He was eating on him a little bit. And I don't even blame Corey because he's a bit of a smaller guy. But he's right there. At least he stays on the hip of the receiver. Ivy got he playing 10 yards back. He don't know what's going on. Nah. Look, I'd rather give Dunson a chance. Blaze, I don't think I saw Blaze that much today, man. I don't even know if he played. To be honest with you, I feel like I didn't see him.
He was on special teams. He made some special teams plays.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I didn't see him get on defense. I didn't see him. Maybe a couple snaps, but I barely saw him when we at corner.
Yeah, I think Isaiah Dunson. I thought I was hearing good things about Isaiah Dunson.
Yeah, they said he had a really good camp.
But yeah.
It's the same issues we see, guys, though. Here's the problem for me. It's if we had different issues and we had different things to talk about and we were making improvements in areas that we've been lacking in, I'd be feeling a different way about this. I'm seeing the same mistakes over and over again. We're talking about a guy like Bubba Bolden, a supremely talented player. We know he has first or second round NFL type ability. But to see the bad angles, to see the undisciplined, dropping his head right when he's going to make a big hit and barreling into Stevenson's back, that kind of stuff. You don't want to see that at this stage of his college career. And when it starts to get to a certain point, you kind of wonder, okay, are we ever going to see him really get right? Is he going to get under control? And we don't know that. And it's why I think guys like Cam Kinchins, even though he's young, need to get out there and need to get real snaps because he is a true safety. He is the essence of a true safety. He was the number one safety, in my opinion, in terms of, like I said, in terms of an essence of a true safety. He was the number one guy in his class, in my opinion. There's no reason why he shouldn't be out there, and he's already starting to show up right now. Joe,
man, he's a winner. He's a winner too, man. You can't teach that, bro. We got a lot of guys, and I don't know if it means a lot to win in high school, but I think it does, in my personal opinion. You see guys, they hold themselves to a standard where, being decent, that's not good enough. Cam Kitchens almost won 3 state titles in a row. James Williams went to Heritage to win a state title. People say, oh, Heritage, they're already good. He helped. Guess what? They didn't win a state title the year before he was there. Once he got there, he helped them become a state champion team. We need more winners. We need more people that actually win at high school level. We can't have guys that, they put up stats, they do decent, but they come from a high school where they didn't get the job done. And then guess what? They come to college and they're like, oh, well, I'll look out for me. I'm not going to look out for the team. I think we got too many me people on the team. Too many people that care about the stats. They care about the flashy plays and stuff. We got guys celebrating when we're down by 2 to App State. Are you celebrating? What are you doing? It's ridiculous. You look like one of the things that drove me crazy last week against Bama, they taking out the chain down 27-0. Bro, and you think, oh, people gonna take us serious? Nobody's gonna take you serious as a program. It's embarrassing, man. I mean, I feel ashamed as a fan, bro, and I'm gonna keep supporting them, but I'm gonna call it how it is, man. It's too many years. Manny has had too many chances. He ain't changed the culture. That Canes All Access, that was a joke. He's like, oh yeah, every year, Miami standard, you got to play hard all the time. Then why don't your players play hard? You got people that are half-assing it. I mean, that's an indictment on you as a coach. Are you okay with that? You're okay with people not, caring about winning? You feel me? I don't know. I don't think this team really cares about it too much, to be honest with you, man. The fans care more about winning than the own players do.
We've talked about this before, and the word seniority has been an issue at Miami. Is this an issue still, or is it just an overall lack of depth? Because I see some of the young talent showing out when they get chances. So it kind of makes me wonder, is this true seniority, or are we actually just kind of not giving guys a chance even when they earn it? What do you think, Joe?
Man, I think it's probably a combination of both. You have to play who's going to get the job done. But I think one of the main issues is games like today, right? So you're playing App State. You kind of rely on, or you kind of hope that you win how you're supposed to win. This game's supposed to be a blowout. So at that point, you get your young guys in so they can play and get that experience. The games that we're supposed to do that in, we don't do that in. So it's hard for the young guys to get in and play and get that experience. So I think it's a combination of both to me. there are definitely some young guys. Like I would love to see number 56 on the D line get in and get some. You know, I definitely love to see that. I think he's ready. But who are we? Like, I think he's ready, but I'm not on Green Tree, so I don't know. You know, we did see James Williams and Cam Kitchens get in, and you know, I think they should get more burn. You know, Restrepo, some of the young receivers, but yeah, I think it's a combination of both, man. I think the young guys really have to get some experience somewhere. But depth is definitely an issue as well.
You know, man, one thing that I have a hard time with is I feel like what we're being told at our practices simply isn't true, because I don't see these guys and these, you know, they say certain guys are just showing out and they're ready to start and ready to put on for us. But yet you don't see it when it's game day. So it's, you know, how much of this is truth, or how much is the coaching staff wanting to play the guys they simply want to play no matter what? And that's something that Canes fans have had a hard time with. And that's where the seniority comes into effect. Picking and choosing your favorite players, whether they're productive or not. A lot of Canes fans have had some issues with that. And then you see a guy like Chance Williams, a young, talented player, get out there and make something happen right away. And then you kind of wonder, well, that must be happening in practice too, because it doesn't just magically happen in games out of nowhere. So, you know, I'm kind of wondering, how much truth are we actually being told about this team at practice? And it concerns me.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, man.
Yeah. And we're never gonna know, man. We're not gonna know. I don't, you know, I don't get inside information, so I don't know. You know what I mean? So we're never gonna know what's really going on. But yeah, guys like Chance, guys like Cam. We heard Cam was leading the team in interceptions, you know, in the off season and in camp. So should he be getting more playing time? Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I think he should be starting straight up. You don't know how many picks Gervin Hall got in his career? 2. 1 against FSU. That don't count. They're terrible. You know, and then a lucky one because Bubba ripped it from a receiver as he was going down, and he was like, oh, here's a layup. You feel me? Bro, we got ballers that ain't playing. Let me give you an example. That number 1 rated D tackle from Washington, he was playing heavy snaps for Ohio State today. I think LT's better than him, and he not playing. How's that happen? Straight up. I mean, look, I don't want to hear anything about practice. They got to get their stripes. Man, forget all that BS, man. If you're that good where you could be the number 1 player in the country and you're not playing, like, it makes no sense to me. James and Cam, as freshmen, are already better than Gervin Hall. Straight up. It's a fact. You saw when they came in the game against Bama, they played with pride. We got some people, they going through the motions all the time, man. Like, that's the way I see it. I see a team that isn't really motivated to play good. They don't have, like, that pride in themselves that they want to do good for their school. You know, they want to do good for themselves. I don't see it, man. I don't see no passion. Manny was this big, passionate DC. He's like a zombie on the sidelines. You don't see him doing nothing. Like, people going to point out, well, he got excited after Bama bombed him up for the 90-yard touchdown. Yeah, I would be pissed too if I got bombed. I would show some type of emotion. You feel me? I don't get it, man. But this seniority, what you were talking about earlier, yes, seniority is still alive. Because a guy like Zach McLeod should not be starting over Chance Williams. He shouldn't. Both turnovers we forced in the Bama game and the pick we had today, you want to look back on who caused the pressure? It's because Chance Williams bodied his guy, got to the quarterback, and forced him to, he threw that floater up and it was picked. I will say, though, I've been a little harsh on Amari Carter in the past. I think he's been better as striker. I don't know if he's been a lot better, but he's been good, in my opinion.
He had a good game today. Definitely.
But I just think, man, what Joe was saying earlier is we put the defense in bad spots too. But regardless, if you're in a bad spot, like the play calling is trash. All this zone, Like every time we go against a decent team, our defense is exposed. And then against lower level teams, we're in a dogfight. You feel me? Like, you think Nick Saban, you think Dabo Sweeney are in a dogfight with Appalachian State? No, they're not. And I mean, look, I know Manny's not that, but I don't even know. I don't even know if he could get to that level. I don't see it, to be honest with you. This looks like a team that when they go against adversity, they fail and they fold. It looks like it, to be honest with you. We're a front-running team, bro. We got a lot of front runners on this team that they don't keep the same energy when we losing or we're in a close game. But when we're winning, oh, they're going crazy. They ain't hype. That Florida State game is a perfect example. Where was all of that hype against Oklahoma State? Where was that against Clemson? Where was that against Bama? You know, you got to have, like, man, look, I know Bama was last week, but that was another inexcusable performance, the way we played. And coming after that game, you should have some pride where, you know what, App State, we should step on their neck all game and drop 40 on them. It shouldn't be a competition. Man, this was let me tell you, App State fans were going crazy at the stadium. They were laughing at us even though we won. They were throwing down to you, and they're like, well, good luck the rest of the year. You're going to need it. I feel the same way. We keep playing like this, we're going to get popped at least 2 or 3 more times.